Some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field over the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Find some fresh air. Makes a pass to Marker. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off play action. Now improvising. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Rushes on him. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, he leaves it with the back. There he goes! And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Got it, looking for the 1st down. Got enough space. Touchdown, Clemson! A great catch and run for 6. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. Back to pass on 2nd down. He wants to go deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And it didn't take long early in the game. That's the matchup everybody has their eyes on. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best DBs in the game. They're going to be going toe-to-toe all game long. That time, the defender comes away with an early win in the matchup, but the war is not over. We're going to see many more battles as this game goes on.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Makes the catch on the back. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Ice water in this quarterback's veins, man. 3rd play of the drive. It's 3rd and 10. You know the defense is expecting pass, but this quarterback, laser focus. He found the matchup. Great job reading coverage, and that was an absolute dime deep down the field.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Fires to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Wants to keep it in the air. Intercepted for the 11th time. Got room on the return. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the 1st quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Texas A&M going up tempo. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the catch. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Unloads it left. Complete on the comeback. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
So difficult because my eyes tell me he's a defensive guy. He's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
The Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work.
42 Spider. 4-2. Go.
Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first.
14, Texas A&M, 0.
They've got a first down here to open the period.
Jackrabbit.
Power football with the run. Shakes off the defender. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Some much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Oregon has the lead right now in Eugene, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over UCLA. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up the first down. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Gets rid of it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the court.
Oh, he's got some space. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field.
There he goes. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on 3rd and goal from the 2? Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll try the run. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. It's a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Algier. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Quarterback extends the play. On the run, deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to return it. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Looking for a huge play. Makes the grab on the big throw. Turning it on. The tap. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on 1st down. The short hands, it's balls. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Texas A&M going quickly.
Texas Aggie.
Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
He'll take another shot here. And he makes the catch inside the 25. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. And wings it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He'll take a shot. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Not a chance. Missed it. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Going to try to get it himself. He'll step out of bounds right in the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. going to the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pre-firing. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
The 12th man, more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Finds a tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
And one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. On the move. It's short. Fighting off the defender. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Catch in the middle, it's Algier. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That is no good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Wants to throw on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking for a crease. It's moved. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Throwing right. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
He breaks a tackle. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play balls at the 25. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. On the ground, it's short. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Clemson looking to convert on 4th down. There he goes. Got some room, entered the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout here. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
1 more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. That's the 45 on his way. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He uncorks one deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Smalls. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Just keep slinging it. Tight end finds a soft spot. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right.
Sneaks into the end zone.
It's just so nice to have a center who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2.
Here we go.
He wants to throw it. He goes in for the 2, and now they've got it down to 10. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The give to the right. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Second down, he'll throw it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. First play of the drive, wants to throw. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, Keep that clock moving. Get a few first down.
Got it in stride inside the 20. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a gun.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Gonna run it. It's short.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Third down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. He'll keep it himself. And into the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his man. It's Smalls. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Smalls. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Gonna run it. It's Moon. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And the deep shot was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's get the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting first and 20. The snap sets up to throw. Right on target this time. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. And the Aggies will hustle to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Pulls it in. It's Yoder. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Right on the money. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Aggies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Fires into the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot, you can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. They'll try the outside to the left. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.